All right, let's call the meeting to order. Commissioner Gage, will you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. If there's no additions to the agenda, we entertain a motion to approve.
Move.
Second. Motion by Weiss, second by Dennert. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. This time we'll open the meeting up for any public comments. Anyone wish to address the commission this morning? Good morning, Mr. Rogers.
Dirk Rogers from Brown County Highway. I just wanted to give a little update. We kinda got halfway through something out there at Richmond, and then with the weather being the way it is, and the next step's to shoot some oil out there and chip seal around the west side. And we patch it up and stuff, but if anyone asks, we will be coming, and when we're all done, it'll be nice. We'll chip seal it and fog seal it and stripe it all the way over to 13A. But right now, especially if, like, you're the folks that live at the old town of Richmond, you're probably looking at the patches and going, you know, it's, I think it's okay, it's just aesthetically, it's not the best right now. So just if that comes up after the holiday, because I don't want someone pulling their Glastron behind a Escalade through the road oil out there real bad, so we're just gonna, we try it around the holidays, stay away, so.
You bet.
That was the only thing I was gonna tell you. If you had anything else.
When it's wet out, you gotta be careful about that. There was an unfortunate
Yes,
incident several years ago that caused some problems with.
yes. And I also told them, and if anybody goes over there with a mower, they're gonna get fired, because the last two times, we weren't very careful mowing it and ripped the crap out of the blotted road again, so.
Right.
Anyway, that's what's going on out there. I just wanna
Okay.
pass that along, so.
What's going on with the railing out there on the bridge?
I gotta look it up. It's programmed in the STIP. I can't tell you when the letting is, but if you go to the DOT website and look at the bid lettings, it's in there.
Okay.
It's in the next couple months. I'll get that and bring it next week.
Okay, good.
All right.
Thanks, Dirk.
You guys.
Thank you guys. See you there.
Anyone else wish to address the commission? Out there online or on the phone? No one else can hear. We will move on. Public hearing for the temporary special event alcohol license for the Aberdeen Chamber of Commerce.
Notice is hereby given according to South Dakota Codified Law 35-2, a public hearing on the following temporary special event alcohol license application for malt beverage and wine to be used by Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce will be held on May 21st, 2024 in the chambers of the Brown County Commissioners in the Courthouse Annex, Brown County, South Dakota. For Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce, Aberdeen, South Dakota, for business after hours to be held at Budget Furniture on July 11th, 2024.
All right, is there anyone here to speak to this temporary special event license?
Move.
Motion by Weiss.
Second.
Second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next up, approve and authorize chairman to sign the landfill scale project payment number 1. Webster Scale.
Packet. Move.
Motion by Weiss, second by Feldheim. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next up, Judy Dash, building superintendent, to discuss purchase of courtroom compressors. Morning, Judy. Morning.
You look excited.
Oh, I am.
We're gonna spend a little money.
I'm just thinking.
Morning, Randy.
Morning.
Yes, we have 2 units upstairs for the courtroom up on the 3rd floor. We need new compressors for, so we got a couple of quotes. One is from Jake's for $12,750, and the other one is from Woodman's for $11,576.
And you recommend
recommend
the
the
Woodman? Yep. Comparable units, comparable warranties and all those things, you're okay?
It's the compressor, yeah.
Yes.
So moved.
Compressors, yeah.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Denner, to authorize chairman to sign the purchase for the courtroom compressors. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Tough sell.
Gotta do what you gotta do to stay
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yes, that's right. Don't wanna be on the jury or anything and be really hot up there. Yep, you'll have to sign it and then I'll get it back from you.
Okay.
We read the course before.
Yes. It was in their packet.
Yep.
All right, see you guys.
All right,
Next
thank
week.
you. All right, brings us up to the consent calendar. Lynn?
Approval of the general meeting minutes of May 14th.
Move, second.
Motion by Denner, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Move. Second.
Motion by Denner, second by Gage. All in-
Feldheim.
I'm sorry, Feldheim, second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The noise came into my left ear. Okay,
HR report.
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Lease agreement.
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Feldheim. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Authorize advertising for public hearing for your temporary special event alcohol license for the Richmond Lake Association.
Move. Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Surplus the sheriff's office vehicle.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claim assignment.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Dennert, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
April auditor's report of accounts.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Weiss. It's always nice right after taxes, that's a nice big number. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Don't get too comfortable.
Oh, no. It doesn't last long.
Transfer of the vehicle from the sheriff's office to the assessor's office.
Move.
Second by Weiss, second by Dennert. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, next is other business. The Aberdeen Exchange Club is out in the hall, and we are going to take a quick recess to step out into the hall for the rededication of the Freedom Shrine. We had estimated about 9:15, but as efficient as we've been, we've zoomed through that. So we'll get that out of the way because they're here waiting, and then we'll come back in, and we've had a request for executive session for HR and personnel. So, hi, Nan.
Do not rush that.
Okay.
We need to have a couple more people here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. You let us know when they get here.
I will, I'll give you the high five.
Thanks, Nan.
Just making it, like, I think you're challenging me every week a little bit more to try and find a news story. Thanks for having that.
Just make something up, Scott.
That sounds dangerous.
We need more public comment.
Carly, do you have anything to go over or exactly if we would go into exec and then come out?
I don't have any.
Okay. We'll just be it easier for a few minutes until they're
So we're our paycheck today.
What's that?
We earn our paycheck.
We're not out of here yet.
Executive done.
We're not out of here yet.
Somebody's got to do that, right?
Right?
You be one.
They need at least 20 minutes, so it'd be a day.
Allison has something for Zach.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she said she needed at least 20 minutes, so.
Yeah, well, she's not gonna get it.
Rather than go in to have to come out.
What are you gonna do?
Hopefully they'll get her.
Get up and leave. We're done.
Thank you.
Just like a cow. We're done. I'm out of here. What are you gonna do about it?
It's funny how things change.
Raining yet, or is it?
30-plus years, I don't know.
It's trying.
Yeah, it's trying.
It's trying to.
Light rain. Don't need an inch. It was a wet, cold flight home this morning.
That was a cold, wet ride home?
It was a cold, wet ride home, yeah.
Rain most of the way?
Yeah, the
Wow,
whole
just
way, and
southeast
then I
of
was
us.
up at 12,000 feet, and it was icing up like crazy, and
Really?
a lot of ice up there.
Still doing that now?
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
It's a lot, but see.
It'll do it all the way into July.
There's moisture out there.
Huh.
Mostly it kind of misses us this round,
Yeah,
but tonight
it-
it comes in,
Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah.
wraps around.
See those clouds.
They've had some pretty good rain east of us toward,
Yeah.
Bay, Webster,
Couple times.
Summit. Of course, Summit always gets it.
Although Lisa would, I bet she's gotta know.
Surprised it
I don't
hasn't
think you guys
snowed
saw
over
that.
there.
She's got to know.
You never know.
I
I think it's supposed to get pretty chilly here later this
Starts
week.
Friday,
Yeah.
saying it's the.
Definitely cooling off.
This year for the Dakota Prairie Museum.
Yeah, I
38 on Friday night.
you know, I plugged the museum.
They said there could be snow out west in spots.
You
said 38 on Friday night?
Go visit.
A lot of corn popping through.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
everything's up.
Yeah.
We're not getting our blankets out.
Hey,
Some
all the
big
way through
blankets.
August. If you remember, Tommy from last
GoFundMe for blanket purchase and
Sounds like one of these
volunteer
things
help to help lay them
Bill
out.
Gates wants to put up a flag to cover the sun.
My son loves rocket.
Spies in space.
Umbrella or whatever he's trying to do.
Toys of the Cold War era, so you're talking about 50s to about the early 90s, basically.
Good for being so efficient.
That's right. Need more discussion on a few of these things, I don't know which one, but.
Carl even brought his exchange club hat today.
Paying attention.
Guess we could start the canvas now.
It'll go quick, the numbers are down.
Yeah.
That'd fill 15 minutes, right?
The numbers are down.
Then you'd have a news story.
Morning, Carl.
Title of the article could be If You Snooze, You Lose.
Can I ask a clarification about our 1,500-foot rule?
Yes.
So, I've had a few people ask me, you know, this, with all the pipeline talk going on, the 1,500-foot rule, you know, everyone thinks, oh, it's just you know, applies to pipelines. But what does that 1,500-foot rule apply to? Because it's more than just pipelines, if I understand the setback rule. Like, does it apply to electrical lines, does it apply to all that kind of stuff?
As far as I know, it does, and any type of cattle confinement, you know, facilities and so on. But yeah, I think it's all inclusive, and then you can apply for a variance.
Because I've had people say, why don't we make it a mile? It's like, well, you can't just, it's not just about the carbon pipelines. As I thought, you know, it's about public utilities even, right?
The way I understand the way
Yeah.
it's written, yes. And Scott Bader could probably better explain that, but the way I understand it, yes, it's all inclusive.
And Carly can say, well, you can't just make it a mile.
Yeah, people are, why can't we just make this as restrictive as
Yeah.
possible? And
If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the reasons utilities were so opposed to a lot of the bills that came out of the legislature this year, was
Yeah.
because of that.
They were so restrictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were beyond what was reasonable, you know,
Yeah.
in their opinion, so. Yeah, it ain't over.
yeah,
That's for sure.
I've been sounding to people, I think, like, I'm not in support of more restrictive things, but in reality.
You see this, Scott, if you're looking for a
Pretty
story?
restrictive as we are, I think.
The absentee voting numbers from 2 years ago to today.
I did the one thing I thought of
Yeah,
after
sweet.
Lynn said something was, keep in mind too, there were city council and stuff.
Mhm.
It was a school board 2 years ago. So there was
But every race is important, but yes.
more people to turn out
Yeah,
though because of.
I'm going because of this one or this one or this one.
Yeah,
as opposed to-
exactly. Everybody's motivated by
But that's a pretty stark contrast.
Yeah.
Did
thinking kind of a flimsy story, but I'm
Mm.
gonna come up with something.
Mixed up.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I bet you mixed stuff up.
I guess I'm mostly surprised, but what do I know? I know it's an
Just is what it is.
off year.
How
That's where
different are they?
Well, 2 years ago, we had Amendment A, we also had, like you said, we
Yeah.
had school, we had the,
City council.
city council, we actually had a couple of races, we have none of that this year, so.
Yeah, last year to May 6th, we had 2,396, and this year to May 20th, we've had 463.
Yeah, you also had all the precinct committee managers.
Right.
You meant to say June 6th, right?
You know,
So
you're
it
talking
was
about,
May
I said
uh,
May 6th, I think it was.
you'll have,
Those were the numbers.
this size that says
Yeah.
1,500 is too much.
Oh, no, I mean, it's the
We
20.
got this size as we
Yeah,
want a
June
mile.
1, 2, 3, yeah,
Right.
okay.
You know, and
yeah,
it
the
basically
June
what it
6th,
ends up is, where do
I
you
used to
live?
Go the wrong way,
Because,
yeah.
you know,
June
when
3rd,
you're in a
excuse
city
me,
like
right.
Aberdeen,
I was just looking at the
well, they don't
date.
really care about a mile or 1,500. It's when you start getting out the rural or surrounding area, you know, nobody would want a wind farm or a solar panel farm set up
Right,
1,500, well, at least 1,500, but some would say, I want that thing a mile away.
yeah,
So you got both sides of that, you're never gonna equalize
yeah.
what's right. Somebody will say, I want a mile, somebody says, that's too much, I want 1,500 feet, well, that's too much. You know, you never win on that deal.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are just confused as to, that I've talked to, are just confused as to what the 1,500-foot setback rule, you know, covers. Because right now, they think it's, oh, it's just about pipeline. It's just not.
Well, to clarify, and that was part of the whole discussion, where, at least from my perspective, we were being cautious, is to stay in our lane.
Right.
So, we're not responsible for providing for safety. However, from a planning and zoning standpoint, local control is over distances for relatively incompatible uses for value in future development. And so it's very similar to saying, okay, we're not gonna put a high-density residential apartment complex right next door to a heavy industrial operation. They're just not compatible. There needs to be certain buffers, distances between things. And that's the lane and opportunity for local control, and the impact that it may have on currently developed or undeveloped and future developed land. And it does have an impact very clearly because of the entire package of the implications of this on the potential for future development of property, both for the health and well-being of the community as well as individual landowners. And so that's the authority that we have or have had to be able to participate in setting standards for where these things go. When it comes to the pipe itself in this particular instance, or, you know, whatever the utility happens to be, the dictation of, you know, the construction of it, how thick the wall is, you know, what procedures they have to go through in the manufacturing and the verification, the depth and all the rest of that stuff. That's for PHMSA and, you know, with some participation by the PUC in South Dakota and whatever its equivalent is in other states. And so, you know, I think we were very cautious and appropriate in staying in our lane when we considered our ordinances several times for that
But in
purpose.
the end, when it's all said and done, that's gotta be proven to the PUC, right?
Well,
As reasonable.
It's changed the burden now.
Yeah.
Okay, the Exchange Club is ready for us, if we want to step out there, do this rededication. All right, we're done with the rededication of the Freedom Shrine. Is there anything else to come before the commission before we go into executive session? Entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Move.
Motion by Lee, second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in exec. All right. Lights back on. We're out of exec with no action as a result. We're back in session. Is there anything else to come before the Brown County Commission this morning?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Weiss. Second by Bill. Time to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.